Welcome to Waterloo School Student News Expo Edition.
I'm Jessica Coltweet.
And I'm Torianne White.
You've heard the saying, there's an app for that, and it's true when it comes to one Waterloo Middle School.
Check out Carver's new smartphone app.
Now the app is downloaded on your phone and it is opening. The smartphone has become the great equalizer, so to speak, as far as giving people access to the internet. Almost all of our homes across the whole state have a smartphone in them. And if the smartphone can do the work of what yesterday's laptops and desktops could do, why not access that piece of technology and give everybody the information that they crave? In the app itself, the buttons we have in there's one that they can click on and they can download the athletic events schedule as far as when games are. There's a link to news, and that's just a quick link to a blog I've set up for the specific purpose of keeping parents informed about the activities going on at Carver. There's a link on there for contacts where they can reach out to myself, Mr. Landers, or Miss Evans. And then there's a link to the KWWL alerts and closings and the full website for Carver. It's free, it doesn't cost the parents anything, doesn't cost me anything to have it up and running. So it's a win-win. It's just another way to try to reach out and keep people informed of what's going on.
I'm Harrison.
And I'm Jose.
Technology is an important part of learning in Waterloo School's classrooms.
Let's go inside one classroom at Irving to see how it's working.
When you make a word web before you write, it can help you, A, think of ideas.
It's a job that, you don't go to work thinking it's going to be a long day. You just enjoy it because, you never know what's going to happen, and it's just fun. I feel like my days go by pretty fast, and there's always something interesting and new happening when you teach.
He's nice and friendly. He makes learning fun. He's the best teacher I could have.
I like how, when we come to the carpet and when I use the Promethean board, when I have stuff they can move, they're all more focused because they want to get up there and they want to move it. I've just learned to kind of slow down and really explain things in depth and check with the students, go around the room more and make sure that they understand and help them understand with the word web. They can't think of anything right. I say, well, you wrote things in these circles. There's a reason you wrote them in there. What can you say about them? Say things, and then that gives them their ideas.
We've been learning about background knowledge, and today we're doing a web.
You generate sentences. They want me to think about what I know and how to write about that stuff.
Just very supportive school. It's nice when you're new to have so many people willing to help you out and come up with ideas, because I've had ideas, but this was a new experience for me.
I'm Torianne White.
And I'm Jessica Coltweet. There's a new way for Waterloo families who don't speak English as their first language to communicate with our schools.
Here's how Language Line works.
In our district, we have about 960 ELL students that we serve K-12. Of those students, we have approximately 31 languages. Our staff works very hard with communicating with families over the phone as families come into the office face-to-face, and also with notes from the teacher to the parent. And now we're very excited to announce that we have another tool to use, and it's called Language Line. And it's a phone service that will help us communicate with more of our families. A language line is going to be extremely helpful as it will give us access to approximately 200 languages almost immediately. So as a family comes in and needs to communicate with the school through, let's say, the secretary, she's able to contact the ELL office and get information in knowing how to access the language that she needs for that family at that time. So Language Line will be very easily accessible. And when you know that you have a parent that you need to communicate with or have an upcoming conference, all you need to do is call the ELL office, and then you will get information on making the phone call. And face-to-face with that parent, you'll have access to the interpreter almost immediately over the phone. And they'll be able to translate for both the parent and the secretary or building staff person at that time. One situation our secretaries run into is they don't always know the language that the family speaks as they walk into the door. And so Language Line has also given us this tool where a family can point to the language in order to get us on the right foot in knowing which interpreter to contact. It is our hope that we can always translate for a family face-to-face with one of the interpreters that we have in person. But this tool is such an excellent opportunity for us to reach out even to those families where we don't have access to an interpreter here in the community, at least not at this present time.
I'm Nolasha Desiderio.
And I'm Torianne White.
When it comes to reading, getting some students excited about it a lot. isn't always easy, and I know that for sure. That's where Bookshare comes in to help.
Bookshare does make reading easier for me because it says the words out, because some words I don't even understand what they are and can't pronounce it, so it helps me know what the word is.
Bookshare is a government program that is used throughout the world. In the United States, it's free to students that have a learning disability, physical disability, or vision disability. I was looking for a way to get an increase in the amount of books that the kids would read. And so there's over 300,000 books available, and that number is growing.
These are all the books that I have read. I'm reading this one right now. I read this one.
I had very few students that had read more than 2 books. Now we have a competition. They're competing to see who can read the most books by the end of the school year. I now have students that are reading at home if they have the internet.
I didn't really like to read until I got to Bookshare. Now that's what I use every time I get on the computer, and it's really fun to read the books.
They can read books they wouldn't normally be able to read because they're able to decode the words because they can hear them, and they can also see the words on the screen of the iPad or the computer. And we also have Chromebooks.
Find a book that you like, and then while you read it, you listen to it, and as you go, you can write what you read about.
They are really enjoying the reading that they're doing, and I've had them taking notes in a booklet.
I read the book, and I take notes, and I write them in the book, and then when I'm finished with the book, I can just read it over and see what I read, and then so if I want, I can just give it to a friend, and then they will know what I read about, and they might like the book too.
My goal was to find a way to increase the number of books that they were reading. And Bookshare has helped us do that. It's free of charge. It doesn't cost the students anything. It doesn't cost the school anything. So we were really pleased to find Bookshare.
I'd like to check that out.
Yeah, me too.
I'm Nolasco Desiderio.
And I'm Jessica Caldwell.
Waterloo schools are finding unique ways to keep students moving toward healthy living. Take a look at Kittrell's walk around the school.
Our students at Kittrell are walking to become healthier students, and there's a walk around the country today, and so we decided to participate, which we have for several years. And we have our walking club every day, so some of those students are walking twice. And around our building it is 7/10 of a mile, and so that's a nice little walk for a day.
Walking around the school so I can get healthy and strong.
Staff members are out walking also, and a lot of the staff members are participating in the Healthy Iowa steps, and we are walking with that too, so trying to get up to those 10,000 steps a day.
Here we go!
We have been trying to just live healthier and healthier. We even asked our parents to send in healthy snacks, and they have done an awesome job with that. We're not having cupcakes and things like that for birthdays now. We're having healthy things, and the kids are really getting a kick out of it, so it allows them an opportunity to try some new things, and us too. So it's challenging us to become healthier adults as well as helping our children to become healthier students.
Thanks for watching.
See you real soon.